well. Expect to see a lot of Jokic and Murray for Denver in the second half. We'll step up and play big. Randall's been so good for Minnesota.
Murray on the attack, and he banks it home on the opening possession. And Murray has a dozen on 5 of 8 shooting. In fact, Jokic and Murray are combined 10 of 18 from the floor with 25 points and 15 assists between the two of them. McDaniels has been showered by the crowd all night with those boos. Randall comes up short, got his own, and he's fouled as we check in with Ashley.
Said we really need to do a good job of tearing the pocket when that happened.
But Minnesota has capitalized with 12.
In Denver, they could have was bailed out there. They weren't efficient, the Nuggets, in transition off those turnovers, but got to clean things up, particularly on the road. And closing out a game in a playoff against your playoff rival, not easy for the Timberwolves.
Open look, Murray, the flyby, but he missed it. A lot of contact with Gobert, who went flailing out of that play. DeSumo looking to attack in the body of Johnson, high off the window for 2. So 8 points on the follow-up from his 43-point explosion in Game 4. Now it's a back down for Jokic. Gobert stands his ground. Reset with 10 to shoot for Murray. Off the screen. Murray peeks. Step away, 2. And a long rebound knocked out of bounds with the
Beautiful finish.
That's a high degree of difficulty.
Oh, man.
Brown inside for Jokic, 6 to shoot. And he goes right into Gobert and draws the contact. 20 minutes of action. Team is a plus 11. Stern on NBC and Peacock. Jokic splits a pair, tied for actually one behind the game high. 14 for Jokic, 15 for Julius Randle, who's the only Minnesota player in double figures here tonight. Conley couldn't finish. Jokic clears his 7th rebound. Murray, Jones, 3 ball.
Denver in transition.
Randall lost it. Jones hits the deck. And it's 4 years old and has come in spot duties this year and provided just a major punch for this group on both ends. McDaniels got it back. Couldn't float it in. Jokic has another board. Johnson looking to run. Puts the head down. Leaves it for Brown. Outside Jones again for 3. And the attack has been balanced. Jones now up to 15. Jokic with 14. Murray with a dozen. Cam Johnson with 11. As DeSumo got downhill and it's stripped by Jokic. Got it back inside. 10 to shoot for Randall. Skip it. McDaniels into a double. Knocked away into the hands of Conley. Trying to squeeze it in there, and he couldn't for Gobert. Johnson had taken away, but a foul on Randall.
Johnson on full display. Right now, to start this 3rd quarter, this Timberwolves offense is sputtering.
Meanwhile, Jokic 1 rebound away from another postseason triple-double. 7 to shoot. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Murray. Then Jokic got hit after the play by Daniels, and all he's done this series, going back to Game 2, and he criticized essentially the entire Denver defense. They're going to say that's clean. DeSumo snaking in. Outside for McDaniels with 5 to shoot. Through the bones. Can't hit the 3, and Jokic has a triple-double. His 23rd career postseason triple-double. Brown recovers to the outside. Murray closely guarded by Conley. Half the shot clock gone. Now it's Jokic on the outside. Murray post up. 5 to shoot. Directing traffic. Back him down. Through the contact, no. Bodies hitting the floor. It's a 4-on-3. And Jokic just gave the foul. That one could be a transition take foul.
Extra loud for McDaniels. Figure out how to manufacture some points here on the offensive end.
Reed tries to turn the corner. Floats it, no. Jokic another board. Johnson will stop it. Off the screen. Outside Jones. Looking for another 3. Bullseye! Spencer is in the 3rd. This fan base deserves for us to come in here, play hard, and play well. Fans have responded. Team has responded. Largest lead of the night for Denver. Reed looking to quiet him. DeSumo with 8 to shoot. Cross, float, and he doesn't get it to go. Looking to run, bounce. What a pass! And Brown was fouled by McDaniels.
In The defense has been superior to start this second half. Is poor, and really you have to tip your hat to this defense of Denver.
So Brown finally on the board was the lone starter who had not scored. And you look at the starting unit in the plus minus, they have all been at least a plus 17 or better. Reed cross, drive, tough one, doesn't go. Got his own, and he flips it in.
Right now Minnesota's going to have to get some stops here. Denver just scoring at will. Everybody contributing.
Jokic being guarded again closely by Gobert. 8 to shoot. Johnson off the handoff. He'll try. Long rebound into the hands of Johnson. Jokic lob. Murray does the rest. McDaniels quiets the crowd. 9 points for Jaden McDaniels, who got off to that slow start because of foul trouble, and then Gobert has the steal. Jokic late to recover, a 5-on-4. Minnesota hurries. McDaniels wants to go to work. Dangerous pass. Highland will try. Can't hit the three. And the rebound pulled in by Johnson. Up ahead for Jones, and he'll get all the way. Spencer soaring in. Then this one going to game 6 in Minneapolis. McDaniel still hearing it from the crowd. Lost the ball. It was off the finger.
Time left, and we've seen in this series Minnesota will continue to compete. They've gotten back into the game
For them in moments like that, as Murray's too strong on the floater. This is a Minnesota team that did come back from down by 19 in game 2 to come away with a win in the 4th quarter. But Reed way shoots.
Randall gets the steal,
And he's going to swipe and slam.
So play confident, play together, do what you do, and really everybody's stepping up.
Jokic thought about it. No Gobert in the game. It'll be Randall who will accept the defensive responsibility. Oh, what a bounce, Jokic! 6 assists for Murray. 16 points for the Joker. 4:20 left in this third. Does Minnesota have a run before the 4th quarter? That won't help. Another turnover. Brown on the run. Back it out, slow it down. Wait for reinforcements. That'll come with Hardaway. Long rebound Johnson. Nobody there. Reed hits the deck. He's down. Jokic got pushed. And will be playing without Naz Reid. Denver in the bonus. Jokic 27 of them. So 4 minutes to play here in the third. Denver now with its largest lead of 21. Anderson looking to drive on Hardaway. On the outside, Highland. Now Anderson with 7 to shoot. And he shields the basketball, couldn't finish. Randall with the offensive rebound, no. And a foul on the loose ball. They lead by 22 as we start the 4th. Dosunmu had it swallowed up by Valanciunas. Murray with a step. Stops. Doubled. And a tie-up with McDaniels. McDaniels
Comes there, able to force that jump ball,
but he couldn't win it. Valanciunas doubled. Dribbles out of it. Around it goes Tyus Jones, who brought some real energy in the 2nd quarter. Directing traffic now with 5 on the clock. Spencer Jones in. Had it taken away, out of bounds.
Being unselfish, sense of purpose. Look at Murray getting a shot off there, but those assists come because of the play of the complementary players on this Nuggets team. Can't emphasize enough how great they've been here. Consistent all night.
Oh, the fend off. Anderson's going to be called for it.
Offensive foul every time.
Screen from Valanciunas. Jones, hook it. Valanciunas, little pop, and pulls it through. Denver, and this offense looking eerily familiar for what we saw through the majority of the regular season. Foul's going to be
struggling with their offense, but they have found their swagger here. And I know on the road it's tough. You need your star. No Anthony Edwards for game 6, but you have to be better on that side of the floor for Minnesota to have a chance to close out this series.
But the lack of DiVincenzo and Edwards was now 2 to shoot Valanciunas. And here we go again. He's fearless. So by nature, he's been quiet for the majority of his life and career. He has certainly found his voice in this series. And he's going to hear it again in a different fashion from this Denver crowd. Murray puts it down. But a foul's going to be called. They will count the bucket, though, from Jamal Murray. And McDaniels draws the foul.
The availability of the possible.
Yeah, guys, I asked Chris Finch about Jaden McDaniels' confidence. He said, look, obviously he's very competitive. He's ornery in a good way and a bad way. And like you mentioned, Noah, he's so unafraid. But he's just confident. He used to get down if he missed shot. Touches were inconsistent. But now it's really all just fed into the confident Jaden McDaniels we're seeing.
And confidence coming from his teammates as well, as Randall gets all the way in for a deuce. Anthony Edwards always talking McDaniels up. The relationship that those two have built together in their time in the NBA together, both drafted in 2020. This is the first playoff game since Anthony Edwards was drafted that he is not a second half in game 4 to come away with a really impressive win. As Murray, no. Rebound, Valanciunas could not squeeze it, but it'll... Bruce Brown. Rebound tracked down by Reed. Good to see him back on the floor, but he's not moving 100% as McDaniels takes it all the way. See Reed trying to tough it out, but definitely laboring after he had that foot-ankle issue in the third quarter. On the pass and slam, Bruce Brown is building real estate above the rim. The sumo cross and finish off the window plus the foul.
Said he fits here in Denver like Noah Eagle fits at NBC.
I want to make sure we pass that along to the big bosses.
That wasn't meant to be funny.
No, that was just, oh, wow, that's big. I appreciate it. I'm shocked you didn't go baby bird on that one.
Save it for later.
Valanciunas is hacked. Been searching for efficiency. And it's been the case tonight. When and where will be TBD. For more of these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. We'll let you know once we hear what TBD it is.
I like the emphasis on the T, the B, and the D.
Just make sure that we get it clear all the way through. Driving kick, McDaniels now trying to spin away. DeSumo will fire, no. And Valanciunas bear hugs the board. And another foul going to be called. Randall and
the strongest players in the NBA. I think he and Steven Adams have to be the two strong. Valanciunas is strong, but he's not foolish.
Brown can't hit on the second. Rebound fought for, and Reed squeezes. Nearly knocked away. Highland recovers. Minnesota, at minimum, will look to establish some momentum heading back home.
You want to come out in these situations and punching them in the mouth here in this second half. And
meanwhile, for Denver, doing this tonight without Aaron Gordon, who's missing this game after returning in game 4 and really struggling to get through that one, trying to just give whatever he could to his team, doing it again without Peyton Watson. Those two absences, that's been a big deal. David Adelman said that that's been a real struggle when Nikola Jokic has gotten so much attention. Jamal Murray has gotten so much attention. Those are guys that initiate offense. And that's an impressive block. Spencer Jones with 2 hands.
Great effort, challenge guarding Randall all night, doing a great job.
He's got 3 blocks here tonight. 12 to shoot now for Highland. On the attack, and he goes through the contact, has a chance for 3.
Play, they have length, they have physicality, great athletes, and not having that tonight hasn't been an issue.
They have found the contributions elsewhere. Tyus Jones will draw the contact on Highland. He has been a nice boost as well. Again,
He did.
3rd time. But he did. Maybe Adrian, you go Bullwinkle.
Oh, man.
Well, Rocky's certainly going to be excited about the way that this Denver Nuggets team has played tonight to extend their season. Backs against the wall. Still a 19-point game, though, just under 7 to play. You know this Minnesota team has had some DeSumo following it up with a 16-point performance after 43 in Game 4. Jokic back on the floor with another triple-double, 18, 11, and 15. And a foul on the out, 17 points in the fourth quarter over the last 3 games alone.
At all. Put your foot on their neck here, and they'll do that. Continue to try to do that. But I just tell you, halftime, it was a good game. Pretty close. Minnesota played well. I thought the turnovers hurt them, but the three-point shooting was stellar, but nothing really going their way. Nice back down turnaround. A little hook shot there by Randall.
Oh, what a steal by DeSumo. It is back to 15 midway through this fourth quarter.
Cannot lose concentration here. This Timberwolves team, they'll keep fighting.
Minnesota hit 7 threes in the first quarter. They've only made 4 since. Murray the pump. Can't hit. Rebound to the hands of DeSumo. Get it up ahead for Highland. Oh, the speed from Highland, and he finishes. Timeout, David Adelman.
Sort of this superior play. You have to play and be concentrating for the entire game. No let up. See if Denver can execute here out of this timeout.
Fans looking to will him all the way through. Jokic felt the contact, and he doesn't get the roll. But he will get free throw assists for Jokic here tonight.
Point play opportunity.
20 points for Jokic. 22 for Murray. 20 for Spencer Jones, and 16 for Cam Johnson. But Minnesota has reignited a spark, and Ayo DeSumo was having plenty of words with the fans in between that last time out. Randall right to the rack, but he missed it. Got it back. Randall in traffic. Through the contact, and a chance for 3. Approaching 5 minutes to play. And Denver closed the door on this one, keep the series and their season alive. Can Minnesota wrap it up tonight in a stunning comeback way? Jokic off the screen from Johnson. 5 to shoot. Johnson will tee it up from the outside. And Randall collects the rebound. Naz Reid floats it up, and he gets the roll.
A little floater.
It has become nervous energy now at Ball Arena in this fourth quarter. Denver has surrendered what was a 27-point cushion. Johnson back down, spin. His pass nearly taken away. Brown, 3-ball, he buries it! Christian Brown. Randall attack mode, had it poked away. Murray scoops it up and takes it all the way.